I've been running Faceless YouTube channel since I was in 8th grade, and for years I got it wrong. Wrong niches, wrong scripts, wrong hires, just burning money on freelancers who ghosted me and channels that made pennies. Then, about 2 years ago, it finally clicked. If I had to restart from zero today, no channels, no team, and no revenue, this is exactly what I do to build a long-form automation channel that scales past $10,000 per month without wasting thousands of dollars on dead-end niches or garbage courses. This video is a full YouTube automation roadmap from A to Z. Everything you need to know from start to finish. Everything from picking a profitable niche, building a reproductive system, and being able to start and generate a real income in 2026 and beyond. Right now, I run 8 long-form automated YouTube channels with my best month being $118,000. And no, I don't edit, I don't do the voiceovers, and I don't even upload the videos myself. But listen, because it wasn't always like this. A couple years ago, I was stuck in the same cycle that you are probably in right now. You launch a channel, you post 8, maybe even 10 videos, and you watch them flatline, gaining maybe a few hundred views. And we all sit there wondering what we're doing wrong. It doesn't click yet. Not because I wasn't working hard, and to be honest, I was outworking everyone I knew, but simply because I was in a niche that was paying a $3 RPM, with scripts that was losing viewers' interest within the first 30 seconds of the video, hiring editors off Fiverr whose work I couldn't even use. So I did what everyone else does. I watched more videos, I joined more Discords, and I bought more courses. And I tried to reverse engineer what other channels were doing. I thought I was just missing one strategy, maybe one niche hack, or even one more editing trick. But I wasn't. I was missing a system, a repeatable and scalable process, not information. Everything changed when I stopped treating every video like a gamble and started building an actual production machine. One that uses AI the correct way, not one that gets you demonetized. I turned YouTube automation from guessing and hoping into something that's actually predictable, repeatable, and scalable. A system I could run across one channel, then clone it across 3, 5, and then 8 channels, and have it compound month after month. In this video, I'm going to take you step by step from a niche that pays you anywhere from $15 to $50+ RPM to writing scripts that actually holds viewers past 30 seconds, building a team that produces without you micromanaging every video, and setting up your AI workflow so you're YouTube compliant and you're not just one YouTube update away from losing everything. All the way to scaling your first channel that turns into a portfolio that pays you whether you open your laptop or not. If you follow what I'm about to teach, you'll walk away with everything you need to know from being stuck, burned out, or just getting started to running a real YouTube automation business with an actual AI system behind it. No guessing, not just making random Reddit videos, an actual proven method that utilizes AI to help the process, and a real business that makes real income. I'm going to show you every single step as it needs to be done in order, so you can go from I don't even know what niche to pick to I have a monetized channel and I'm ready to scale. And I'll show you can do it as fast as possible. Let's get into it. Everything in this video is a beginner-friendly guide that shows exactly how to build a YouTube automation channel while utilizing AI. I'm going to be showing you 5 sections in order from planning and starting your channel to actually growing and scaling it to be able to make consistent revenue. Each step includes clear actions and tools, and I'm going to be doing this hands-on as if I was starting from scratch as a beginner. I'm literally going to be making a brand new channel from scratch right now and showing you the complete process to the very end where I have videos being made, I have teams, and I'm going to show you the entire process of how I'm going to do it. And if you're actually serious with making money with YouTube, then I advise you to take notes as we go because this is going to be a super in-depth and detailed video, and I don't want you to miss out or forget any. Step number 1 is getting started and actually planning. Now, there's a few different key points that we're going to go over for number 1, but we need to get the basics. What is automation, right? It's in the business model name YouTube automation. Basically, we're going to be utilizing AI and freelancers to outsource and be able to actually handle all the grunt work and brutal work that we don't actually want to do. So they're going to handle things like researching, scripting, voiceovers, editing, and publishing. All the work that's boring or just things that take a lot of time that we can just outsource and handle and give it to people with more experience. That way it comes out better, we get better results from it, and it saves you time so you can focus on things that you're actually good at, such as managing, running the channel on the back end, and actually coming up with ideation and actual channel ideas. Now, the most important thing, regardless of what anyone tells you, is the niche of your channel. It doesn't matter if you're getting a crazy amount of views. If you're in the wrong niche and you have a low RPM with the wrong audience, you can get 100 million views in a month. It doesn't matter because your RPMs are so low, and it's going to reflect that when you see your revenue. So for the niche that I'll be picking today, we're going to go with something that's evergreen, something that has a high RPM, which is how much YouTube pays you for 1,000 views. And we're going to look for consistent demand. And these are things that I look for in every single channel that I start. Consistent demand. Both small and big channels are actively getting views within the past 90 days. The example I'm going to be showing you today is a police body cam channel. That's something that I'm going to be starting on this video from you from scratch. And you'll see the entire process if you keep watching. But regardless of what niche you're in, not only the big and the top channels that have been in there the longest and already have an audience and fan base, but also smaller and newer channels are in the market because that's going to be you, right? You don't have authority in the space. So if it's only big channels that are only getting views in that niche, we're not going to want to do that because we're not a big niche. We're not established in that niche. But if we see big channels, new channels, small channels, all sorts of channels getting outliers and getting good views, then we're going to go ahead and get into that because we know that there's room and a gap for us to come in and actually get some views and make some money. For research, we're going to be using Google Trends, and Google Trends helps with seeing what people are actually searching. So it helps with like SEO, things like that. We're going to be using tools like vidIQ, TubeBuddy, and the AI scale system, which is my personal system that I'll talk more about in this video as we go into the more steps. But this is something where I actually use AI to help me, so I don't have to hire freelancers. I don't actually have to do a lot of work on my own. I can just utilize AI with a trained system and just utilize it because I've already run it on my active channels, and it learns every single day. I tell it what not to do, I tell it what to do, and it remembers all the information because that's all AI is. It has just a huge memory bank, and it knows exactly what works, what doesn't, and for all the different niches we're in, it's able to give pinpoints on what we need to do, what we need to fix, depending on like the CTR, average view duration, all of that, and it covers everything. After you have your niche, you're then going to want to validate your content. So we're going to find 10 plus channels with similar topics and steady views. Again, ensuring that they not only have a good average view floor, which is a good steady view count, but also that they're getting outliers. And basically what an outlier is if they're averaging 10,000 views every video, if one video has 50,000, that would be a 5x multiplier, which would be a 5x outlier because it did 5 times better than their average views. So consistency in views is great because it means steady and consistent revenue, but the outliers is really what's going to take a channel to say 2,000 to 5,000 a month to that $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And I don't know about you, but I'm doing this for the money, and the more money I make, the more channels, the more money that I can reinvest in. It is super important with YouTube that we're setting goals and we're going to have an upload schedule, right? We need everything in order, in check, and we're going to run this as professionals. If you're a little bit lazy, the work that you put in is the results you're going to get out. So if you go full into this thing, even if you have other things going on, we all have other things, we all have busy lives, but if you really hammer down and you try hard and you try your best, you're going to get insane results, and you're going to be able to replicate some of the results that I'll show you later in this video. We're going to have a consistent upload schedule. We're going to have a sub goal, a CTR goal, watch time goal, and a budget per video, per week, and per month. That way we know exactly where to stay in line. If we're going to outsource, if we're going to utilize AI, how much of a budget do we have per day, per week, and per month to actually spend and utilize on that. And to put all this into a bigger picture here, these are different channels and different niches that you can kind of get into. These are all ones that are done with AI. However, like I said, for this example, I'm going to be starting a police body cam channel from scratch, but this is exactly what you can do if you want to utilize AI from start to finish. These are just some examples that I have here. Now is the fun part where we move on to number 2, which is channel setup. And this is where I'm actually going to create the channel live for you. So here we go. So step number 1 is creating the channel. Now, if you've been taking notes, you need to have written down that we need to have picked a niche before we even make it to step 2, because we can't pick a channel name if we don't know what type of content we're doing. So luckily for me, I already know what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and head to YouTube, and I'm going to make a brand new account live. Again, I'm doing this entire process A to Z. We're going to go ahead and create a new channel, and I'm going to go ahead and name this channel Bodycam Mafia. Let's see if that's available. And so you usually want the name and the handle to actually match. It doesn't have to be identical, but what we'll do is we'll have the channel name as Bodycam Mafia, and then for the handle, we'll just add TV from it. It doesn't have to match exactly. You just want overall the same thing. And again, you want to pick a channel name and handle that relates and actually has to do with the type of content and niche that you're in. You don't want to be doing a police body cam channel and have your first and last name as your channel. It's just going to look unprofessional. It's going to look a little bit weird, almost maybe like you use stolen content, and it's overall just going to hurt the channel. So just go with the name. If you need to utilize AI, ask it for suggestions. Keep it simple, 2 to 3 words, something super easy to remember, super easy to spell for all ages, depending on your target audience. And this is when we're going to actually make the channel. We're going to skip the profile picture for now because I'll do that later and I'll show you how I do so. But for now, we're going to go ahead and create the channel. And now your YouTube channel should look something like this. You should have your channel name, your handle, and your profile picture right here. Again, if you don't have your profile picture, I'm going to go in depth more in just a second on how to do that. But first, we need to finish setting up the actual channel. So now that we have the channel created, we're going to go ahead and do this. This is super important. So if you're taking notes, do this as I'm showing you, but also take notes. We're going to head to the top right over here, and we're going to click on the profile picture. We're going to head to YouTube Studio. Now, this is really important, and you're going to want to go ahead and get used to YouTube Studio with all the different buttons, the layout, everything, because this is how YouTube functions, and this is what we're going to look at on a daily basis for any channel. The next thing we're going to do is go to the bottom left, click settings. We're going to go then to channel. You can see there's basic info, advanced settings, and feature eligibility. Now, for basic info and country of residence, regardless of where you are, you do not want to put your country of residence. In my experience, I feel like it kind of targets that same audience. For country of residence, I always leave blank on all my channels. For keywords, this is where we're going to put essentially channel tags. And what tags are, or keywords are basically hashtags. So if you've ever used Instagram, TikTok, the same thing on how you see hashtags in those videos is pretty much what these keywords are. So these are going to be channel tags. So we don't want to do something super specific and niche down. We're going to do very general type of topics. So like I'll do body cam. I'm also going to put my channel name as well. And again, you're not going to be copying me word for word. You're not putting body cam mafia or body cam footage if you're not in a police body cam niche. You're going to do something specific, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing and you can tailor it towards your niche. So I would put body cam mafia, body cam police body cam, nothing too specific where I'm putting specific body cams or certain cases that are viral and trending on the news, just general things where if people are searching up these key topics and keywords on YouTube, my videos and my channel has a chance of popping up because this is this exact content that I'm posting. And I'll also show you a little cheat code on how to find more keywords. You can see in the bottom right, it gives us up to 500 characters. I never fill it out. Usually I get around the 200 to 250 mark, but what you can do is on your new YouTube channel, once you have the established niche, as long as you've been following along and you're exactly where I am in the process, you can follow the next steps here. So you want to go ahead and open up a new tab on YouTube, and whatever niche you're in, you're going to want to go ahead and type that in. Now, as you can see, I'm going to type in body cam, and all I'm going to do is hit the space bar once, and you can see it says body cam, and it's going to give us from most searched to least searched. So body cam arrest, body cam game, body cam gameplay, police arrest. So body cam arrest is something that I would go ahead and copy and paste and put it in, because again, it's not super specific. All body cams usually lead to an arrest. All body cam videos lead to an arrest regardless of the offense. So this is something that's pretty general and basic. We could even delete this and do police body cam and see what the top results are. Police body cam arrests. See, they're shooting, but again, not every video we have is going to be a shooting, so it's not really going to make sense to do that. But we can do police body cam arrests. You can also see that there's compilations, funny, teens 2025. We don't really want to do any of this. This is where it kind of gets into like the specific stuff. And you can see right here, whenever I look this up, there's recent videos from smaller channels. So again, we can see that smaller channels are getting views. This channel called Police Cam, they only have 71 videos and they have a total of 7 million views, which if they have a $10 RPM, that's $70,000. And you can see they're really consistent as well, and that they have good amount of views. And we could even see right here that they have some really good outliers. So this is what I was talking about. They don't have a crazy subscriber count. They have under 100,000, but they're constantly and consistently getting views. And that's what we're looking for. And if we're looking at their last 30 days, they have 2.3 million views, which again, in the typical body cam niche, we're looking at RPMs anywhere from like $7 to $10. We'll just say they have a $10 RPM to make this easier. So if they have a $10 RPM, they're making $23,000 just in the last month by posting police body cam videos of other people ruining their lives. So once you spend a little bit of time filling this keyword thing out, you're going to go ahead and hit save. And we're going to go ahead back down to settings in the bottom left, head back to channel, and we're going to go to advanced settings. Now this is super important. It's going to ask you, do you want your channel to be set as made for kids? Regardless of what you're posting, I don't care if you're in the kids niche, the gaming niche, Roblox, Minecraft, and your audience and your videos are tailored toward kids, you are not making your channel set as made for kids. The way YouTube deems their channels as made for kids is separate to what you and I are thinking. Just because a kid can watch your videos doesn't deem it made for kids. The way they word it and the way they explain it does not make a lot of sense. All you need to hit and mark is that, no, I do not want to set this channel as made for kids. I almost never upload content that's made for kids. So you want to hit that, because if you do not and you hit that, yes, this channel or these videos are made for kids, you're going to get restricted ads on your videos. You're not going to be able to place as many ads, and you're going to get only certain advertiser companies that are actually suitable for kids content. Again, this is YouTube's version of content that's made for kids or a kid channel. So you're not going to want to do that regardless of what you're posting. So just hit no, and that's all we're doing for the advanced settings. We're not touching any of these things. Whatever is checked, whatever is unboxed, we're going to leave it like that. We're going to hit save again. We're going right back down, back to settings again, going back to channel and feature eligibility. And this is super important, because if you do not do this, your channel is not going to get pushed out ever, and you won't even be able to upload or make money. So number one, standard features is always going to be enabled for everybody. It's number 2 and number 3 that we're looking at, and we need to verify it before we do anything else with the channel. Again, we're going in order, and we've already completed step number 1, and we are now on to number 2, which is channel setup. So we're going to go ahead and verify your phone number. This takes 2 seconds, and what this is going to allow us to do is able to use custom thumbnails, live streaming, and uploading videos that are over 15 minutes long. So again, if we didn't ever turn this on, we would be doomed from the start. And number 3, advanced features, we are going to use a valid ID. You can also do channel history or video verification, but the ID is the fastest. If you don't have an ID, use your mom or dad's. It's nothing legal. They just want to see that you're a real person. So pause this video, take 5 seconds, and make sure that you have number 2 and 3 turned on. You can see that it gives us a bunch of different features, and the most important one is eligible to apply for monetization. So this we need to do as well. Once those are done, it'll say enabled for 1, 2, and 3. You can hit save and close out of that, and we are done with YouTube Studio for now. Heading back to the actual channel setup details, we are now done creating the actual channel and verifying and setting up the basics of the channel. Now we're going to move on to branding, because now we already have the channel made. We have the name. We need a logo. The next thing we're going to do now is have a logo with a banner and value focused description. We're going to optimize our channels for SEO and search. Remember how I was saying that you can type in certain things and certain keywords, even certain channels comes up? This is what's called SEO, or search engine optimize. Same exactly how you just type in MR, Mr. and Mr. Beast, Mr. Ballin, Mr. Nightmare, a bunch of different channels that are popular with just the word MR, Mr. in it pop up. This is exactly what we're looking for, and this is what we're going to do with our own channels. Now, remember at the start of this video, I said that we're going to utilize AI to actually help and ease some of the process. That way we're not waiting for designers or having to find designers to make simple stuff like a logo or a banner. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to ChatGPT, and I have the free version. You can see at the top it says plus. I'm not paying for anything. You are going to be able to do this, and you're going to do it right now and follow along. So this is where we're going to come up with the logo and the banner. And again, down the line, as you make more money and as your channel grows, if you want to change this, get it more professional, that is totally fine. But we are doing this without spending a single dollar. That way we can just get the channel up and running at first, right? We're not trying to make everything look super fancy right now and nice and polished, because that's not what's going to get the views. What's going to get the views is the channel production, the niche, the actual ideas, and the quality of the videos themselves, not the branding, not the channel name. That doesn't matter. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to ChatGPT, and I'm going to have it generate a profile picture. So you can pretty much just copy what I say. Hey, ChatGPT, I run a police body cam YouTube channel, and I need a logo / branding for my channel name that is Body Cam Mafia. Something super simple, something clean, maybe even like BM for Body Cam Mafia, abbreviated, just something super basic. Give me 2 different examples, nothing too flashy, not a bunch of colors, something super basic, just a profile picture for YouTube in the YouTube format. So I'll hit check on that. And again, if you kind of want to copy this, you can take a picture of this and send it, and just obviously change it with your niche and your channel name. But then we're going to go ahead and send that to ChatGPT, and literally within seconds, again, we're not paying a designer, we're not having it super professional right now. We're just focused on getting the basics and getting the bare minimum started. You can see ChatGPT is creating the image, so I'll see you when it's done. And not even 30 seconds later, this is what ChatGPT gave me in literally under a minute. He gave me 2 different versions. We have Body Cam Mafia. You can see BM like I asked, with a little body cam camera, Body Cam Mafia. I'm going to probably go with this right one. I think it's a little bit more cleaner and simpler. Again, the profile picture, the channel name, none of that really matters. You want to have it more professional, but it is not going to be the determining reason of why your videos or why you're making money. Think about the last time you watched a good video. You're not going to not subscribe or not watch another one of their videos because their channel name is something dumb, or maybe that you don't like it, right? If the quality of their content's good, their video ideas are good, and you're watching the videos, you don't even care what their name is, or even if they have a black profile picture. You're there for the videos. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to download this to my computer, head back to YouTube Studio. Again, like I said, we're going to get familiar with this pretty fast. On the left side, head to customization, and where it says picture, you're going to hit upload, and wherever it is in your downloads, you're going to go ahead and select it, and then we're going to resize it. So no matter if ChatGPT gives you 2 images like I did in my prompt, you can resize it and make it fit regardless. And it even put a white little circle around it, which does kind of make it stand out a little bit in the profile picture, and we're going to be able to preview it as well. So you can see I didn't do it exactly perfect, but if we hit done, we can see this is the preview of what it would look like. So it's got the nice white ring on the outside, BM Body Cam Mafia, and I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and hit publish in the top right, and now we have the profile picture done. Now the next step in the branding is to get a clean banner, which if you don't know what a banner is, it's this top part right here, which almost nobody even knows what the name of it is, or most people don't even have it on their channels. And to be honest, on majority of the channels I run, I don't ever have a banner. One, because a lot of my viewers are on the mobile phone, and I honestly can't remember the last time I've even seen someone's banner. So it's kind of an unnecessary process. However, it's kind of nice to just have something there. You can see their channel police cam, their profile picture is a lot more AI, better looking, where their channel banner is just something probably from Google. So similar to the other channels I run, I'm not going to go ahead and add a YouTube banner. Again, it doesn't matter. This is what the channel looks like. It honestly looks more clean in my opinion. It just has the channel name, the profile picture, rather than having this extra space up here, and then people have to scroll down. I think it just looks cleaner and is better like this. So if you want a YouTube banner, you can do the same thing with ChatGPT, just have it generate you a banner in the right size, but I'm not going to do that. So far, your channel should look something like this. You've got your channel name, you've got your niche picked out, and you've got your profile picture set. It should be looking pretty cool and pretty clean, just like mine. Now, don't get too hyped yet. I know some of you are sitting here rubbing your hands together together like, yes, let's go, I'm ready. But look, we've still got a few more steps to go through, and we're still not even done with number 2, which is the channel setup. But you want to make sure that you're taking notes and you're actively paying attention, because this next part, channel warm up, is crucial in determining if your channel actually gets views or if it's just going to stay at 0 view jail and die off before you even start. The channel warm up is watching videos in your niche / related channels. We're going to subscribe, comment, like, and just overall engage and act like an actual user on YouTube. Now, it's important that we do this for around 2 to 3 days, which is 48 to 72 hours before we're posting any type of content. Now, it's not that you have to consume 48 to 72 hours worth of videos, but you want to take the next 2 to 3 days to actually do this. That way you know that your channel is fully good and YouTube doesn't deem you as a robot. That's the only reason why new videos don't get pushed out or they're in the 0 view jail or 1,000 view jail, is because YouTube doesn't know that you're a real person behind it. Even if you verified your phone number and your ID, people have always found ways to get past that regardless, even if it's a spam channel. So to YouTube, that's not good enough, but it is a crucial part that helps. So what we'll do for this is we'll head back to YouTube. And again, depending on your niche, we're going to go ahead and search this. So if I'm in the body cam niche, if you're in the body cam niche as well, you'll just type in body cam. And this is when we're going to look and find other channels that are in the same niche. Again, not only big channels, but also smaller ones. And this is when I said we can have AI utilize and make everything for us, because I have a tool called vidIQ. I use this tool called vidIQ. I use the free version. I don't pay for it. And that's able to actually show me the subscriber count and the outlier before I even click on it. So you can see, even though this video has 15,000 views, which isn't a crazy amount, we can see that it's on a channel that only has 520 subscribers. So this is a channel that I'm going to go ahead and click on, and I'm going to check out, and we can even filter by most popular, and they only have 17 videos. They started a month ago and their most popular video came out yesterday. So this is a channel that I'd potentially subscribe to and even watch. One, for video ideas to see what's trending. Maybe they upload like some crazy footage and then I can have my team re-get the footage and just re-edit it. Different things like that. But we're going to go ahead and find around 5 to 10 different channels that are in the niche. Again, not only big ones, but also small ones. EW body cam. I'm already in the body cam niche, so this is another good channel that we can look at. This police cam one that we looked at earlier. They have really consistent views and they only have 71 videos. So this is another one we'll look at. So we're still just going to look at more and more different channels and just subscribe to them straight off the gate. We haven't started watching any videos yet, but that is going to be the next step. So just after 2 minutes, I was able to find 10 different channels that are actively getting views that are not only big channels, but also small. You can see on the left side, I found these 10 different channels. And what you're going to start to notice is that your algorithm, which was once just giving you random videos or maybe viral videos, is now going to formulate to what you're actively searching and what you're looking at. This channel wasn't even created 15 minutes ago, but yet the algorithm and the feed that on this channel is actually already body cam footages. And it's from channels that I've subscribed to, channels that I haven't subscribed to. And since it is a new channel, it's still going to recommend because it doesn't know exactly what we're watching. And I've only clicked on and clicked off videos very fast. So it still doesn't know exactly what I'm looking for or what type of videos I want to watch. So again, this is the channel warm up part and the channel setup, which is actually step number 2. And this is when we're going to go ahead and click on some videos, watch it. Now, you don't obviously have to be sitting in this. You can obviously do this when you go to the gym, when you go to work, when you go to sleep. Just have videos on autoplay and we'll click on like one of these random videos and we're just going to let it sit in the back and let YouTube do its thing and just automatically play it. Once you're watching a video for a few minutes, you want to go to the very bottom and you want to leave a comment. Now, don't leave a comment like a bot and say, oh, this is so cool, if it's something that's not right. Leave a real comment, watch the video, just pay attention for a few minutes and then make a actual real comment based on that. And you're going to want to do this, like I said, for the next 2 to 3 days while building your channel, while we're still doing these other steps. But this is very crucial to ensure that your videos actually get pushed out, meaning you can get views, you can get subscribers, you're actually building an audience and a fan base, and overall you can make money from YouTube, which is the entire goal of this. I open more tabs and I just have some videos auto playing in the background while I show you the next step, which is actually AI tool stacking. So this is the AI tools and different free tools, whether they're free or paid, that you can use to optimize and actually utilize on your YouTube channel, making the process very easy when starting, even if you have zero knowledge. I'm doing this entire step-by-step course as if you have zero experience. So I'm going to be breaking everything down, showing you in depth, and even showing you some other channels that I have. So for AI tool stacking, I use ChatGPT and Claude, and you can use these ideally for ideas and scripts. Now, for scripting in particular, Claude AI seems to give more in-depth, more educational, and actually good scripts. We can also use Perplexity for research, and for keeping everything organized, we're going to use things like Notion, Trello, Google Docs, and this is going to be like for documents, for managing things. You could even use Monday board. I typically use Trello as it's super seamless, super easy, and a lot of people in the space, whether you outsource for thumbnails, editors, they're familiar with Trello, and it's just like a worldwide name. We're also going to establish a content calendar with 20+ video ideas, publish days and times, and we're going to systemize a folder structure with naming conventions and SOPs, which we're basically just going to have a video production pipeline with a start start, middle, and finish. That way everything has an order and everything has an action. That way we're not just randomly putting out ideas or randomly putting videos and we don't know exactly what steps there are. We're going to keep everything very organized, and it's very important that we use AI as well and use Trello to keep everything organized as part of the process. And to help you visualize everything a little bit more, this is what a channel ideally should look like. Again, this is for a random channel on a random niche, but I'm just going to give you down and break down the different characteristics of what your channel should look like and how important branding is. So for this channel, they do AI cat stories, and branding is important because you can see that in their profile picture, they have a fluffy white cat. In their banner, they also have that same fluffy white cat. And in each of their thumbnails, no matter what the video topic is, obviously this is something that's very kid-based, and you can see the views that they're getting are ridiculous. But everywhere I've circled in their profile picture, their thumbnails, and their YouTube banner, everything is consistent with the same character and the branding. And there's an awfully high chance that the audience that are watching these videos have actually fallen in love and actually gain respect or actually like this character of the fluffy white cat, whoever he is in these videos. So branding for these channels is just profile picture, banner, and channel description, which here is the channel description for this specific channel. Now, you don't have to do anything like this, and this is really just AI made, but you can see he lists out exactly what type of videos he's doing. Little white cat, vibrant fantasy world, stunning 3D pixel style visuals, and he says don't miss out on new uploads, subscribe, turn on notifications, all very basic. And this is actually what we're going to go ahead and do again for our channel. So we're going to head back to YouTube Studio again. By now you should probably already hate this thing or love it, but either way we're going to get used to it. We're going to go to customization on the left side, and we're going to scroll down to description, and this is where we're going to go ahead and put our description in. Now again, you can do this manually and be boring and be old school, but again, times are always evolving, like how the flip phone was used 30 years ago. Now we have ChatGPT. So back to ChatGPT, we can even stay in the same chat. We're going to have it formulate and curate a description for our channel. Now I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and if you want to take a picture of this so you can copy it as well, I'll stand there. Boom. We're going to head to ChatGPT, paste this, and we're going to go ahead and send ChatGPT another message of what we're actually looking for. Hey ChatGPT, I just sent you a channel description for an AI cat stories channel. However, you know that I run a police body cam channel, so give me a optimized description, short, sweet, to the point, that's optimized for SEO and search with my channel name Body Cam Mafia. And that's all I'm saying to ChatGPT. So again, you can go ahead and copy that script if you want, send that in, and literally within seconds, ChatGPT is going to give us an optimized channel description. And again, you don't have to make it flashy, like it adds the emojis because that's what I gave it in the example, but you don't have to use this. But all we're going to do is we're going to copy this, obviously read through it. Welcome to Body Cam Mafia, your source for raw, real body cam police footage. What you'll find: real police body cam videos, traffic stops, investigations. Subscribe for daily videos. I don't know if I'll be posting daily videos on here, so we could always change that, get rid of it, whatever. Body Cam Mafia, real footage, real stories, no filter. So I actually do like that. So we're going to copy it, head back to YouTube Studio, and just paste it. And the only thing I'll change is getting rid of daily, because most people don't even check YouTube descriptions, but I don't want to put daily and someone check on my channel daily if there's not going to be videos every day. Subscribe for uploads of real police footage. Everything looks good. And then again, we're going to go ahead on the top right, and we're going to go ahead and hit the white button, publish. And since we're here, something we can also do is we're going to add a video watermark and contact info. If you don't know what contact info is, this is basically how businesses, companies, advertisers, sponsors can reach out to you directly, and you can get brand deals, sponsorships, affiliate codes, anything like that, and make extra money on top of your AdSense or the money that you're making from your actual views on your videos. So for this, I'm just going to use my business email that I currently have. And it's very important that if you don't have a business or like a more professional looking email, how mine has biz in it, it's a business, it looks more professional. You don't just want to use your first and last name 1234667@gmail.com. It looks a little bit sloppy, unprofessional, and it might scare away some of the advertisers because they're working with a unprofessional person. So just create a business account. So create a business Gmail. It could be either this one that you're currently using for this channel, or it could be a separate one. Either way, you just want to put a professional looking email in the contact info. And under that, for video watermark, this is where we're going to go upload, and we're going to select the profile picture, and this is going to add a watermark for free. We're just going to use the same profile picture. Again, I'm not going to get it perfect because it doesn't need to be. We're going to hit done, and we're going to put entire video. That way, this watermarks and this protects a lot of people from just stealing your video and just re-uploading it. Now, there are ways around it, but this is a pretty good way of ensuring that that doesn't happen. So boom, look at that. Now we're going to open up our YouTube channel on a new tab. We've got the channel name, the handle right under it. We've got the profile picture. And if you click right here, this is your channel description. And look at this, more info. This is where you click view email address. You can see that's where I just put the business email in there. So now we've got a professional, nice looking channel. And again, we've still got these videos going on in the background. So the channel is getting properly warmed up. And again, I would do this for another day or two. Subscribe to channels, watch other videos, comment, like, just show YouTube you're a real person. YouTube doesn't want you to only produce content and actually upload videos. They also want you to consume content, because you have to remember at the end of the day, YouTube is a business. And as much as they like seeing you upload and produce videos. They want to see you consume videos on the side. And the best part is I'm not even actually consuming it. It's just consuming on the channel, and it's just better forming my algorithm, which in the end is going to help me anyways. So it's a win-win for all of us. And if you're looking for personalized help, I have a link in the description for one-on-one mentoring. Now, please note this is for serious people only. And yes, you have to have some starting capital. You can't do this completely for free. If you have at least $500 to $2,000 or more, then you are able to apply for this. So if you're serious about making money with faceless YouTube videos, head to the description of the video that you're currently watching, and you'll find a link just like this, and it's going to be a 30-second type form with just some basic questions. Once you fill it out within the next few hours, you will get a message from my team if I think that we're a good fit. And from there, we'll get you started with your actual YouTube channel and getting you up to potentially making money. But like I said, this is something only for serious people, as there is work and there's time and effort that needs to be dedicated and put into this for it to work. Now back to the video. So next on our to-do list is finalizing and actually coming up with the content calendar, which again is going to be 4 to 8 different pillars, which is going to be around 20 different video ideas already before we've even started the actual channel, right? We've set it up. We've made it this far. We're only 2 out of the 5 steps done yet. But the key thing with this business model is that we stay ahead and we stay ready and stay prepared with video ideas, scripts, and a schedule, because consistency is key in any business. So we're going to come up with around 20 video ideas, the different publishing times, and we're going to have a schedule. Now, if you're asking how do we find different video ideas, well, it's super simple, because all you're going to do is you're going to open a new tab on YouTube, and you can see right here, I'm not going to hide anything. My entire feed is curated to body cam police footages. We have a video right here, 12 days ago, 190,000 views. And again, this is where it's very important. Write this down. I didn't add this on the Miro board because if you're paying attention, congratulations, I'm going to reward you with this, but write this down. You want to look at their view to sub count ratio. Now, what does that mean? You want to look at the amount of views. If you see a video, regardless of what it is, what niche you're in, you want to look at the views it has and compare that to the actual ratio of the subscribers they have. So this video has 190,000 views. It's a recent video. It came out 12 days ago, but the key factor is it's from a channel that only has 25,000 subscribers. And I'll tell you why this matters. If I open up a new tab and I show you FaZe Rug, right? Everyone knows this YouTuber. If you don't, doesn't matter. He's just a YouTuber. He has almost 29 million subscribers. Now, when you're looking at these videos and his views that he gets, he's very consistent with his schedule, but also his views. He's averaging around 2 to 3 million views per video. But the key thing here is since he has such a high subscriber count, he already has a large audience, a large reach whenever he posts any video. The fact that he gets 2 to 3 million views a video isn't the craziest part, because that's around 10% of his total viewership, right? What would make it crazier is if a channel with 25,000 subscribers within just a few weeks or even a few months was able to have a video that has 2-3 million views. That would be crazier, because the view to sub ratio would be insane. So the more subscribers a channel has and the more views they get doesn't really make it a good video. We're looking for outliers, and we're looking for videos in consistency. And like I just said, outliers, we want to see that. And we can actually see right here, this is a 1.8x outlier, which is really, really good. And you can see right here that this is a 1.8x outlier, which I don't think it's fully updated, but either way, it's good. Another example is this video right here in this channel. It's 1 month ago. It's a 5.3x outlier, which is really good. 2.3 million views on a channel that has 600,000 views. Again, 2.3 million views is a lot, but when it's talking about a channel that has 600,000 subscribers, it's still really good. They still made a lot of money from it. But again, we're looking for channels that are not only big in the niche, but are also smaller, still getting the outlier views, because that's going to show a gap in the market for us to come in. So all we're doing is we're scrolling on this, and this is when the Trello board comes in. So if you haven't already, we're going to go ahead and make a Trello board, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So go to Trello.com, and I use a free account. Again, we're doing this and I'm showing you the complete free way of starting this. So you have no excuse. The only excuse you have is that you're lazy and you're not actually taking notes and you're not serious about it. So once we're on this website, we're going to go to the top and we're going to hit create, and we're going to hit create board. For the board title, you can either put your channel name, or if you just want to put what niche you're in, it does not matter. Whatever is easiest for you. I'm going to put my channel name, visibility workspace, and hit create. And it'll look something like this. Very blank, very plain. The first thing I'm going to do is head to the top right. There's 3 dots, and I'm going to change the background to a simple basic color, because I don't really care for all this crazy stuff. I'm going to change it to just a blue, and then you can see that we're going to hit add lists, and this is going to be the different columns and the different workflows that we're actually going to use to run and manage the entire channel. So if anyone ever on your team says, hey, where is this, or where can I find this, you know to immediately go to the Trello board. You're not having to go to Google Drive, or you're not having to remember, oh, where did I put that video, or oh, where did I have that idea. Everything from ideas, video as edited, the footage, the raw footage, every single thing is going to be tracked on this Trello. So for this, we could put ideas, right? This is going to be different columns, different headlines. For this, we're going to put need thumbnail. We're going to have a posted section. And these are all ones that I use currently for my other channels. We can add an edited section as well. And we want to put this in order. So we want to put the start point from A to Z, the end point. So the ideas would be ideation. So any ideas that you see, this is when we're going to get around 20 different ideas. So for example, if I'm running a body cam channel and I see, for example, if I'm running a body cam channel and I saw that this video got a lot of views, but again, it came from a channel that has a lot of subscribers. So it didn't really perform that good in terms of outlier. So I would just go to my YouTube home feed and I would look for different ones from smaller channels like this right here. 2 million views on a channel that has less than 100,000 subscribers when the outlier score is 100 times. So this is something that I could potentially do. All I would do is hit add a card right here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a title, and whatever the title is as well, I'm going to go ahead and copy this. So ideas, boom, you want to hit enter, and now you want to click back on it. So all I did was click on it, hit to the description, and this is when we can put the details. You can go ahead and add the video link here, and it'll make it a hyperlink, so it's super easy to access. The key thing with Trello here is to always make sure that you hit save, because if you don't hit save, it'll save it on your end and it'll be visible for you, but for the team publicly, it's not going to save it. So make sure you always hit save while using Trello. And then if there's no save button at the bottom, you can click off and you can go back. You can always see that right here. And this is the first idea that we have. Another thing that we're going to use to set up Trello is you're going to right click on whichever card. You're going to hit edit labels, and you can see there's a bunch of different labels, a bunch of different colors. I always have recording / editing done for the video, and then also thumbnail done. That way I know everything's tracked. I know if a video is currently being edited. I know if it's already been edited. I know if we need to record it, if we need to get the footage, and I know that if the thumbnail is still done or if we're waiting for it. So you can use whichever color you want. You don't have to name it the same thing I do, but I'm going to go ahead and put video edited in green. Right under it, I'm going to go ahead and put thumbnail done. And these are things where the thumbnail designer and the video editor are going to be able to go in. So say we actually got this video idea. I would drag it under need thumbnail. Right now the thumbnail designer knows, okay, let's go ahead and see what they need. If we're going to, obviously we'd put all the details for it. So if we're going to go ahead and make this an actual example, I would put the thumbnail something like this, and you can see where the title is campus police discover fake ID, alcohol, and mushrooms in a dorm room. And you can see the thumbnail is a dude and a girl, a chick and a dude. It makes it very interesting. They're in a college dorm, and obviously it's very high stakes. It's curiosity, right? You're like, yo, are they going to get arrested? Are they going to get kicked out? What is a girl doing in a boy's room? What is a dude doing in a girl's room, right? It's very curiosity. It's curious. So I would put like thumbnail details. So for the thumbnail details, I would just put whatever stands out. So like obviously the girl is visible, the dude's visible. The key word in this is campus police. So even though you already know by looking at it that it's a college campus, it makes it even more obvious by putting campus police. They're students, they're young, and they're getting caught with a fake ID, alcohol, and some drugs as well, which is all amazing. Not actually, but it's amazing for the video because this channel got paid for it and they made a bunch of money from it. Now, something to note is the body cam niche is really different than your traditional YouTube long form niche and just traditional other channels. So obviously I'm not going to get this exact footage, and this is just an idea of something that we could get, and this isn't just an idea of something that we could actually request for and have my team actually deep dive into either this specific case or something like that with where it covers the same requirements as college, campus, young kids, fake IDs, different things like this, but it's not this exact video. So for the thumbnail details, obviously we're not going to just be able to recreate this exact image if it's not for the exact footage that I have. But the key thing to know is you can see it's just a screenshot, but if you don't know already, I can tell it's very AI enhanced because usually these body cam videos aren't perfectly clear quality, but what they did is they made it very clear. It looks like it's just a blatant screenshot from like an iPhone, and you're able to see the girl standing here. It's a dorm room. It's got like some girly things, and then you're also able to see the dude. It's a very perfect screenshot, and it matches with the title. That's why it does so good. So for the thumbnail details, I'm going to leave blank for now, but depending on your niche, this is when you're going to put whatever type of thumbnail it is. A better example was if I was going to do this video, we'll even make a new Trello card for this. So again, I'm just going to go to ideas, hit add a card. I always start with the title. That way the editor and everyone on the team can actually see it. You want to hit enter. You now click on it, and then we're going to go ahead and put the video here. I always put the video link because if the editor wants to see the style, if the thumbnail dude, they want to check on anything, they're not having to ask me, and now I have to take time out of my day to send the link. I'm already here at the video, and I already have the link on my computer, so I might as well just do it and make everything seamless and as easy as possible. Now for this, we can see that high school football coach realizes he's been caught. Look at the thumbnail, and the thumbnail is in an interrogation room. We're able to see it's clearly like a body cam type of like documentary style, and we're also able to see that he has text saying, and I quote, "I kiss all of them." Now when you read this title and you see high school football coach realizes he's been caught, you think, okay, what has he been caught with? Is it like something really bad? Is it just like a beer? Is it drugs? Is it as extreme as it seems? And then you look at the thumbnail and it says, "I kiss all of them," which now you're thinking, yo, is this dude kissing on kids? Like your mind starts racing again. It's the curiosity, and that's why this body cam footage niche is undefeated, because it's so easy to garner and gain attention. So all all I would do is copy the image of this exact thumbnail and I would paste it in here. Obviously they can see it right here, but now it adds it to the actual Trello card. Again, we're going to go ahead and hit save, and you can see now it looks like a complete actual Trello card. Before, this just has the title, right? Now this has the title with the thumbnail with the details of whatever / video link for this. So we can actually start writing the thumbnail details for this. Again, we're not getting this exact specific footage, but if we're looking for something where a high school coach, elementary school, middle school teacher, staff, employee has been caught with something similar to this, we know that we're going to use this type of style where we have the person around the middle of the screen. We're going to add like the little recording kind of camera type of style to it, and we're going to have some crazy text. Now, if you've noticed, they never actually say what's in the actual thumbnail. This is just to get you to click on the video because they know that this video is actually interesting, and all they need to do is hook you in the video, and once you're in, you're going to watch. It's not like we're all clicking on this video waiting to hear the exact words, I kiss all of them. We know that it has to do something with kids and that he's going to get caught doing whatever, obviously, because it's a body cam video. So for thumbnail details, I would put person in middle, camera border with rec text on top left. That way we can tell and it's actually able to be seen it's a camera. Battery in red top right. Again, that's something that's evident in this example. And all we're doing is you don't want to change the wheel of YouTube. If something already works, we're going to take a proven concept, we're going to reconstruct it based off the idea or the changes that we have, and we're going to just go with what works. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're not trying to be the next Albert Einstein, right? We don't need to do anything like that. We just need to see and utilize what works and just slightly redo it based on our idea or what we're changing and just go with that. You don't need to be a super genius. And trust me, I am not a genius. So if I can figure it out to make hundreds of thousands of dollars with this, you don't need to either. And the key part, I would put add text. Again, this is very dependent on what type of footage we're going to go with, but I'm going to go ahead and go with something that sounds like or is similar to I kiss all of them. And I would put I like them all. So now if you're reading this and say we had the same exact title, but with my details and my exact thumbnail, high school football coach realizes he's been caught, and instead of I kiss all of them, add the text I like them all. That's still just as crazy, if not crazier. So then we'll hit save. All we need to do now is we can move this to need thumbnail. And now the thumbnail person, whenever we get them, and I'll show you how we do that in a second, they'll just hit edit labels. They'll go through and they can see all the description, and they'll be able to add the label thumbnail done when it's done. Same thing with the video editor. When he knows that there's footage in here and he knows to edit it, he can drag this over to the edited section and then add the label. So imagine you just open the Trello, you wake up, you're refreshing it, and you're like, all right, what video is done? What do I need to do? You can see that this video is under the edited tab and it already has the label video edited and thumbnail done, meaning it's a fully done video. And then I obviously have the posted card right here, which is when the video is posted / unlisted on the channel. That way I know it's on the channel somewhere and I'm not having to go through my folder on my computer. I'm not having to go through Google Drive or all that to actually find it and upload it. I know that it's posted somewhere. So all we're having here for the labels is video done, thumbnail done. Now, if you want to do like specifics of footage acquired, then video edited, thumbnail done, however you want to do it, depending on your niche is fine. You just don't want to overcomplicate it, and you just don't want to add a bunch of different random things if you don't have to, right? Just make it as simple as possible. That way we know, okay, I'm looking for two things: video edited, thumbnail done. That signifies, and that means a video is fully done and ready to be posted. So that's a glimpse of how you use Trello. Again, super basic and super easy. And we'll touch more on this later on how to get specific and how to actually add the team members into this to make this as efficient as possible. Now that we got that out of the way, we are done with step number 2 out of the 5 total, which is channel setup. And we're moving on to number 3, which is hiring and team building. And again, if you're taking notes, I'm going to reward you. Obviously, I know some people just stayed for the beginning of the video and they stopped watching. So if you're actually taking notes and you're paying attention, I'm going to show you the best place, regardless of the niche, to actually hire and source different people for your channel. So looking at hiring and team building, first you need to understand that this is one of the most crucial, if not the most important thing for your YouTube channel, right? Obviously the niche is super important. If you're in a bad niche, it's not going to be good either way. But if you're in a good niche and you followed everything I've said and met all the requirements as stated above, and you've been paying attention, you're in a good niche. And now we need to hire and build the team here. That way everything can run on autopilot without you. So now we need to understand the roles first, which we can have a researcher, a script writer, voiceover, video editor, thumbnail designer, and channel manager. Now for some of these things and some of these channels, dependent on your niche, it's not really needed. For example, if you have a fully AI channel from A to Z, everything is AI. There's images, there's stock footage, there's videos that's made with AI clips. We're not going to need a voiceover because the voiceover would just be AI. So we're not going to need a voice actor or a voiceover artist to actually make these things. Same thing with the thumbnail designer. If it's made with AI, we're not going to need a thumbnail designer that's an actual person, right? We can just utilize AI for that. Now, for things that are pretty much necessary, regardless of your niche, is going to be script writer and a video editor and channel manager. Again, there are some video editors with AI, but AI really isn't at that point yet where it can fully fledged by itself edit a video from start to finish and actually make it good. Yes, there's a few that are out there, but you have to end up paying several hundreds or thousands of dollars a month just for the subscription. So usually per niche, we're going to need a video editor, a channel manager, and a script writer regardless. And this is something that I can actually use in the body cam example and actually show you. So now you're asking me, well, where do I hire them? Obviously, the ones that are most notable are Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn, and specialized Discords and Reddits, right? These last ones, you're really not going to find anything here. These are more so like if you're in the community and once you have like a name and reputation, you'll be able to utilize these. But really, Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn are going to be your top three, mainly Upwork and Fiverr. The best place to hire and outsource work is going to be onlinejobs.ph. And what this is it's like Fiverr, it's like Upwork, it's these different hiring websites, except the .ph in the website stands for Philippines, which if you don't know is a third world country where their most spoken language is English. So if you know English and you live in the US, this is perfect, or even Canada. And second of all, it's a third world country, so they work for complete dirt cheap because you're helping them, because so you not only save money with this, but you also get quality work. And if I'm being honest, these Filipinos are the hardest working people I've ever they're up there with the Indians. So these types of people are the best that you want to work with. They're literally, they do this for their job, right? When you hire people from Fiverr or Upwork, what typically happens is one, these websites have different fees. So say you pay $20 for a thumbnail, there's usually like a 5% fee on that. So you're paying more for the fee, and it's not even going towards a thumbnail designer, it's going to Fiverr. So you're overpaying for the actual work. And then usually everything is overpriced already because everything is a competitor mark and people are just looking at the other competition and they're just slowly raising the price. So such a basic thumbnail on Fiverr can cost anywhere from $20 to $50. Whereas if we get the right people and the right team on onlinejobs.ph, we can get a simple thumbnail made for $5, if even that. And all you'd want to do is you would want to create an account, and you can see that if we go to dashboard, or actually if we go to job posts, you can see that I have active job posts, and this is like what my account looks like. And these are for some of the channels that I currently run and some of them that I already have ran in the past. And you can see that we have different applicants, different hits, so how many views, and then the status, whether they're active, date posted. You can delete these. Only thing that you need to know is that you have to have a subscription in order to use this. So if I go to post a job, technically right now I already have, and I've reached the limit, so I can upgrade now. If we hit upgrade now, you have the free version where you can use the free version where you can use pretty much the basis of the website, but you're not able to hire and communicate with workers. So you're able to actually post jobs, but you're not able to hire them, meaning you're not able to message them, you're not able to get in contact with them. So really what you need to do is you need to sign up with the pro version, which is $69 a month, or $300 for the year, which you save, I guess, 64%. I just do the pro version because I usually do it on like a monthly basis. So there's some months where I'll need it and then I'll buy the subscription. And then there's some months where I don't need it because I just have the team running it and I'm just running those channels where I won't need to have the subscription going. So pay the $69. You're able to communicate 3 job posts. You're able to do everything, and you're able to actually vet and get people, like I said, for number 3, and you're actually able to build the team, and you're able to get script writers, channel managers, videos, voiceovers, thumbnail designers, editors, every single position that we would ever need for any channel, regardless of the niche. This is exactly where we're going to be able to do it. And this is how we're going to do it with the body cam one. Now there's also vetting process as well as trials, but we'll start with vetting. Now, if you don't know what vetting means, it's basically how are we going to test? What are we going to look for to actually make sure that they're qualified for this position? So we're going to look at their portfolio. We're going to look at their turnaround times, communication, reference checks. So seeing other channels or other creators that they work for, and maybe they work with a big channel. If they work with a big channel / creator, that's a really good reference and a really good source of trust, or that they're actually good for that position. And once I've checked everything and everything checks out with that position, I'll usually hop in a call with them for 5 to 10 minutes, just kind of talk to them, get to know them, put a face to a name, different things like that, introduce myself, and just go over more of the role of what they'll be doing. And they can show me also some of their past work. Maybe there's something, some experience or something that they can tell me over the call, but it's a quick call just so I can better understand them. And if we're going to turn this into a real business, they're going to be a part of my channel, well, then it's good that you actually know who you're talking to and it's not just some alias or just some name on Discord. Now, as far as the trials go, we're going to go for a paid sample of 30 to 60 seconds. Now, if you're doing like a voiceover and you have a voiceover artist, obviously you could just look at their past work. You don't really need to pay for a paid sample unless it's something that's new and they're like doing a certain type of voice or a certain accent, things like that. For editors, we're going to also do like around a 60-second trial edit. Also for thumbnail as well, we're going to do a trial thumbnail for an actual potential video. So we're not just going to have them and pay them to do like a random edit or a random video. It's going to be utilized that way we can actually use it and move forward if it makes sense, right? Now, this is why we also vet before this, right? We're not just going to go make a post and then have 10 different submissions and we're going to go, hey, to 10 different people and say, hey, I'm going to pay you $10 and da-da-da-da. No, we have to vet them first. And once you follow this exact process and blueprint, then if they follow all those checks and they pass everything that I've covered so far, then that's when we get to the actual testing and sample. Because then if it doesn't work out, yes, you'll spend money, and it's because the last thing you want is for them to not be available or for them to slack off, and then you pay them and then you ultimately just don't get anything out of it. So that's what we're trying to minimize, and we're not trying to waste our time. We're trying to not waste as much money as possible. Now, for management, as far as keeping everything in check, I know I said I keep everything inside of Trello, but in terms of talking in like an actual chat of what to do or just updates, I usually use Slack. I use Trello as well. You can make some notes. I use WhatsApp and I use Discord, right? And for the management side of things, you're going over things like deadlines, feedbacks, maybe some changes, revisions, anything like that. Maybe if a person has to lay off or is like, hey, I got sick, I'm not able to edit this video or whatever, that's when they'll put it in the Slack, the WhatsApp, the Discord, whatever group chat type of communication management system that you want to use. What's best for me is Slack, WhatsApp, and Discord. Trello for communication in terms of just like seeing where you're at with the videos. There's not much else to do. It's just an organized board. It's not really like a chat that you can talk with and manage your team from there. And I told you I was going to show you the exact process and the step-by-step and the wording that I do with everything A to Z. Remember, I've created this channel from scratch. Before this video, I didn't have this idea in mind or I didn't have anything prepared. I've showed you every part of the process so far. And now that we're on step 3, which is hiring and team building, I'm going to do the same exact thing. And I'm going to do it on onlinejobs.ph. So I'm going to start by going ahead and deleting one of my job posts. We're going to delete this. And then now we're going to go ahead and hit post a job. Now, again, we are looking for different roles. And this is for a body cam channel. Again, it's very specific to what you're looking for. But for most channels, we're going to need a script writer, a channel manager, and a thumbnail designer, and a video editor. So I'm going to go with a video editor because I know it's a very key role in these body cam channels. So for job title, we're going to type in body cam video editor. For type of employment, it's important that you put a full-time gig. Even if you do part-time, you can always put in the job description, but most people are looking for full-time jobs as it pays more. Now for job description, it's super simple. We're going to head back to ChatGPT and we're just going to use AI again to optimize for SEO and search. That way, if people are looking for this type of work, we get the people that are already vetted or looking for this work and have experience. We're not just getting some random dude that knows how to edit a shitty video. So I'm just going to head to ChatGPT and I'm just going to talk. And I'll pause it so you can take a picture and use the same script as well. Hey, ChatGPT. So I'm on onlinejobs.ph and I'm looking for a video editor for specifically my police body cam YouTube channel videos. And I want you to optimize it for SEO and just give different description of like how we'll find viral videos and the type of format that we'll use. Very basic cuts, fast paced with an intro and an outro of just portraying and giving context of what's going to happen. Just make the description nothing too long, but pretty good. And then I'm going to be paying per video a flat rate. And so that's what I'll do. And then ChatGPT is going to give me a message of what we'll do. Obviously, you want to read it. Every time you use AI, people think that you can just use it, just copy paste it mindlessly. We're still going to go ahead and do our due diligence and read through it. So YouTube video editor needed, police body cam, true crime, hiring skilled video editor, fast growing YouTube automation channel, focus on police body cam footage. So sometimes it kind of like adds in words of like fast growing YouTube automation, like no one really cares and it's unnecessary to know what you'll be editing. Real police body cam footage, traffic stops, arrest investigations, true crime style, editing style, fast paced, engaging cuts, simple, clean, strong intro, hook, context of what's about to happen, smooth flow throughout the video, clean intro, content strategy, requirements, fast turnaround time, ability to follow proven format and replicate file styles, understanding retention, editing, and storytelling. This is very, very important. This is something that I'll show you in a little bit. And I'm going to show you some of my own police body cam channels and just some of my other own YouTube channels and how the whole editor actually plays effect into that and how much money you make. Experience editing YouTube videos, preferred body cam or document style. And then here we go. Very important part. Pay flat rate per video, paid by completed project, long-term opportunity with consistent work. It's usually good that you add that in there because it shows that you're not looking for just a one-off editor to just come in and do the job. So we're going to go ahead and paste this in here. Wage and salary. This is all very dependent on what we're looking for. And like I said, because it is in the Philippines, we're able to get away with paying them a lower amount, but again, it's still quality work. So if someone's able to do, for my schedule, I'm looking to do 3 videos a week. So it's going to be 12 videos a month. I would pay around $30 to $50 per video. So we could just put an average of $500 a month. And again, it's not like we have to exactly pay this. This is just what we're going to put on for the listing. And yes, the higher that you put on sought after, or the more clicks and submissions you'll get. So actually we could change this to 600. And then obviously when I talk to the person, I'll just be like, hey, we're starting off at this rate, at a lower rate. And then obviously as quality improves, as consistency is there, if the videos are doing good, the channel's growing, I'll be able to up it to the 600, no problem. Desired number of hours per week. We're going to go through, usually it's like 1 to 2 hours a day. So we could just say 14 hours per week, which is 2 hours a day on average. Business or contact name, don't really need to put that. Email, I just put my own email. Skill requirements, I don't do that. And then send me a daily email summary of my job applicants. Now, it's important when we go up to the job title as well. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT, I need a job title as well, because I want to do something a little bit better looking and more than just body cam video video editor. YouTube editor, body cam. Some of these are like really trash. So like when you use AI, you have to just kind of know, and this just comes with experience. Like this was really, really good, but now I'm asking it for a job title, and you see how it gets like too descriptive. YouTube video editor, police body cam, true, like you don't need all that, right? So we're gonna do body cam. We'll add police in it. That way, if someone doesn't know what body cam is, police body cam video editor, and then we'll put long-term role in the title as well. And then we're gonna hit submit for review, and now they're gonna go ahead and review this, and it will be moderated within 48 hours, and then it's up. And this is exactly what I'll do, and I'll show you this exact listing later when we start getting applicants and people to actually submit, so I can show you how I'll hire and what I'm basically going off of. Now, moving on to step number 4, which is just one step away from the final step, and this is video production. Now, you can see that I actually added some stats over here, and I'm going to show you exactly later, if you keep watching, how the YouTube algorithm works. But before we get into that, we need to understand all these different key points. So video production is super, super crucial. Again, regardless of what niche you're in, whether it's a fully AI video or you're doing exactly what I'm doing, which is police body cam, scripting and video production overall is absolute key. Now, scripting is very important because it's going to generate the outline, then the hook, and then the value and the CTA. And we can use things like AI drafts or AI scripts with obviously human polish, because you have to have human polishing, and we're going to be able to fact check the sources as well. You don't want to ask AI for a script, and if it says something that's like actually legal or something that's real about, say, a person's case or something like that, you don't want to have it give false information, because if you didn't know, YouTube could actually terminate you for that and you'll lose out on money. So it's nothing that you have to be scared about. It's just you have to do your due diligence as a business owner now, because that's what you are if you're running a YouTube channel, and you have to be able to put in that time and effort. Now, for voiceover, it's super, super easy in 2026 because you're not having to actually hire VAs anymore. You're just able to use AI like 11 Labs, or you can use a human one. But again, the human one, it takes more time. You have to vet them. There's more turnaround times, more waits. Someone gets sick, they're out of that, so you're out of the position. It's better just to use AI for all starting channels. And once you scale up, once you're making money and you're able to have more consistent, you have cash flow coming in, if you want to use a human voiceover artist, you can. Now, it's important with the voiceover to match the tone to the niche. For example, if I have a body cam channel, I can use like a more monotone, more normal sounding voice like I am. Maybe if it's an intense moment, maybe I can make my voice like a little deeper, maybe talk a little bit slower, versus if I had a channel like boring history for sleep. I'll show you another channel like this. Niches like this and channels like this where the entire purpose is falling asleep and pretty much like just going over history facts. I would use something that's a little bit lower, something that's not talking as loud as I am, maybe not as fast as I am, something that will actually put them to sleep, right? Something a little bit more relaxing. And you want to make sure obviously there's clean audio, so you want to use noise reduction if you need to. Now, that exact process that I just showed you for my body cam channel editor, I'm going to go ahead and do for the script writing. Any actual other parts that I need for the channel done, whether it's a thumbnail designer, I'm going to do the same thing. Again, you just, whatever the job position you're looking for, take it to ChatGPT, explain what you're looking for. And honestly, I would make it even a little bit simpler than this, but this just provides what you'll be editing, the editing style, content strategy requirements, and the pay, which is good. So again, regardless of what we're looking for, thumbnail designers, video editors, script writers, voiceovers, anything, channel manager, even ideationists to get video ideas, you're going to be doing the same exact process. And again, utilize onlinejobs.ph. This is the best website to outsource and hire people. I cannot stress that enough. Now, I told you I was going to show you exactly how the YouTube algorithm works, and I'm going to touch on that in just a second, but just to show you how important the actual video production process is and that you're actually hiring the right people, look at these views, look at these impressions, just look at these stats on a channel. This video is an 8-minute and 20-second long video, and the average retention was 32%, which equates to 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Now, the best thing about YouTube, and I'll even show you this in some of my channels, is it has the retention graph and it also has the CTR. So for the thumbnail designer, the video editor, and the actual ideation, we're able to see if it's working and if it's converting. You're not just going to be mindlessly guessing, throwing out different ideas, hiring the wrong people, and not knowing if they actually need to be replaced or changed. We're going to be looking at actual stats that YouTube gives us, and based off those stats and what the numbers are, make changes or make adjustments. So that you can see the impressions on this video is 4.2 million, which if you don't know what impressions are, it's basically the total amount of people that had the option to click on it. The conversion rate or the click-through rate, the amount of people that actually saw it versus the amount of people that actually clicked on it, was 13.1%, which equates to 671,000 views, which is a lot. And so the way the YouTube algorithm works, again, you're going to want to head and screenshot this. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out for you guys so you can capture the full thing. Basically, the way this works, let me break it down actually first. You're posting a video. When you post a video on a channel, you're going to get a test audience, which is going to be anywhere from 10 views to 5,000, maybe a little bit more, but YouTube is going to test your video to see what actual audience is interested, who's your ideal viewer, and then what's going to happen is they're going to analyze their performance. Think about it when you watch a video, right? If you see a video with low views, if you click on it and it's a boring video, you're going to click off. So what does that tell YouTube? 1, they should probably not push it. 2, it might have been clickbait, and 3, that it's probably probably not a good video if you clicked off, because if it's a good video, you would watch a good portion of it, if not the whole thing, and you'd continue to watch it. So YouTube is very, very simple to understand because it's going to analyze the performance based off the initial test audience. And once it analyzes the performance, there's two things that can happen. It could either have bad stats, meaning that out of a 10-minute video, say that most people are clicking off within the first 30 seconds, that would be a 0.5% retention. And that would be bad stats. When you have bad stats, it means you stop getting pushed. And when you stop getting pushed, that means the video ends / flatlines and it dies off and ultimately is not going to get views and it's not going to generate you money. Now, what happens if your test audience and then it starts growing constantly and YouTube analyzes the performance? You have good stats. People are watching 30 to 40% of the video. People are leaving comments. People are engaging, liking the video, subscribing, watching multiple videos on end. Good stats, then that leads to more views. And you can see the more views goes back to analyze performance. It will get pushed out more again. There'll be another batch of 10,000, 100,000 new views, new audience, new people, and YouTube will analyze that performance. And as long as the stats are good, it's going to recycle and keep going. This video right here has 600,000 views because the CTR and the average view duration were really, really good. A good CTR, a good rule of thumb, and you're going to want to write this down. CTR stands for click-through rate, which again is the conversion of people that totally saw your channel versus the people that actually clicked. So this is the conversion rate totally. You want this to be above 8%. If it's above 8%, you're really, really good. If it's below 8%, you know you need to make changes. Now, something I will say, and I thought it was common sense, but it turns out it's not as common. And again, just comes with experience, I guess. But the lower your stats are, the lower views you have, the lower subscriber count, the lower of an audience it's been tested to. If your impressions are really, really low, this number could be inflated. So say, for example, I post a video, say it has 10 impressions, and out of the 10 impressions, 5 people clicked on it. Well, if you go to the stats, it's going to say that it has a 50% CTR, which you're going to be like, yo, this video is going to go viral. Well, yes, the CTR is 50% right now, but if you look at the impressions, it's only been tested and pushed out to 10 people. So is that an actual fair CTR to put it at? Not for the longevity side of things. Like when this video came out, the CTR was probably around the 20%, but again, as it gets more stats, it gets more impressions, gets more views, it'll slightly ever come down. And the more views a video has, the less CTR it has, just because not everybody is going to convert. Even on Mr. Beast's videos, his videos gets hundreds of millions of views. His CTR is probably in the low 4 or 5%, even though he has a crazy conversion rate, just because the more views, the more stats you have, the lower your stats and the lower your CTR, the lower your average view duration on average will be. So that's something to keep note of. And finally, before I go over the last and final step, and again, I'm going to go ahead and rewrap everything up. If you've been following step 1 through 4 so far, which I'll go over again, step 1 is getting started in planning, finding your niche, finding a high RPM audience, a US English based audience. That's going to be the way to get the highest RPMs, and needing as little views as possible to actually get paid. And if your goal is to quit and turn this into a full-time thing, that's how you're going to be able to do it. Number 2 is channel setup and how to get the quote unquote trust score up to where you're able to post videos and you're actually able to get impressions, you're able to get views. You're basically able to post and not just get flatlined videos or 0 impressions and waste more money on videos and have a full team doing everything and just you're not getting any reward from it, right? So that's where number 2 in the setup covers. And I can't stress this enough. If you've been listening to everything I've been saying and you've been taking notes and you're going to apply this and watch this video as you do these things and apply this to your own channel, you cannot fail. Again, like I've said before throughout this video, effort in equals money out. The work and the effort that you put into any business is the same results that you're going to see out. So if you half-ass it, if you spend 10 minutes a day, you're going to get 10 minutes worth of results. You're not going to get enough results. It depends on how dedicated you are and what your goals are. If you're trying to make just a few thousand a month, it's going to be a lot more time manageable. You're going to be able to have, more free time to do things. But if you're trying to make 10, 20, 30, 40,000, $50,000 a month from this, from YouTube automation, you're going to have to put more time into it. And it's very basic concept, but some people think that this is just a get rich quick scheme, which it is not. Number 3 was going over the hiring and then team building. Again, remember onlinejobs.ph, please write this down, is the best place to outsource and hire for any channel, any niche, any position that you need filled for your channel. That is going to be the best part. Number 4, we just covered video production, going over the scripting, voiceover, editing, overall just the teams for production, CTR and CTR average view duration, and how the YouTube algorithm works. Again, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so you guys can screenshot this. It looks like a very basic thing. You're like, oh, but I've posted this amount of videos and it doesn't work. Trust me, you've made it this far in the video. You clearly know that I'm certified, and the YouTube algorithm, as well as many other social media algorithms, are as simple as this. They reward good videos. The reason why every single video you watch already has a few 100,000 or a few million views is because a mass audience likes it and they watch it and they click on it. It's as simple as that. And now coming over here to number 5, we have growth and optimization. So this is when you have 1 to 3 channels and you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm already making 1,000 a month across 3 channels. I'm making 2,000 a month, 5,000 a month. I want to go ahead and scale this, and I want to know exactly how I can make my channel better so I can up the revenue and up my profit per channel, but also how I could potentially turn this into 5 channels, 10 channels, 20 channels, right? So the main thing for growth and optimization, as well as just talking about scalability, is first thing we're going to look at analytics. Now, analytics, we're going to look at performing videos. We're going to look at bad videos. Every single video you post across your channels, no matter what, no matter how good or bad they do, we're going to look at analytics, because analytics and YouTube rely on this. Without analytics and just trying to do guesswork, you're going to waste a lot of time and you're going to waste a lot of money. So analytics are super important. We're going to go ahead and track the CTR, which again, we just went over. The CTR is this right here. It's the impressions click-through rate, which the percentage goes based off the total amount of impressions and the total amount of views. It's pretty much the conversion rate. The higher your CTR is, the better. The lower it is, remember, like I said, I used 8% or higher as a good CTR. Anything under 8%, more than likely you need work. You need to fix the title, maybe the thumbnail, maybe both. You need to fix the packaging. Maybe it's the idea. It could be one of those three things right there. So we're going to check CTR, AVD, which stands for average view duration / watch time, retention dips, RPM, and top traffic sources. Again, top traffic sources is going to show you if your video is getting pushed out and where are the views coming from. Are they from browse features? Are they from suggested? We need to see where it's coming from, and that's how you're going to know, okay, maybe they're just coming from another video on an end screen, or, oh, the algorithm's actually pushing my video out. We know that there's going to be a lot of money made here. And looking at the retention graph, again, you can see it's very easy to look. You would just hover your mouse over it. It'll tell you the retention dip, and within a few seconds, if there's a 10, 15, or even higher percent loss, you know that to go in that video and look, and maybe there's a sound error, maybe there's a black screen, maybe it could be a bunch of different options, and it really depends on the video and the niches. But it's super easy to fix. If you just pay attention and you actually try, it's impossible to fail this. And we're going to go ahead and double down on high retention topics. We're going to refine hooks. So if we have a set style for hooks that work, we're going to go ahead and do that, make it slightly different, obviously depending on the idea. And thumbnails, and following a proven thumbnail format, just like the concept ideas. This is very key, especially when starting, because a lot of you watching don't have the experience that I have, where I know what hooks work, I know what thumbnails work, what thumbnail formats work in certain niches. You guys are coming into this completely blind, and that's okay, because with the use of AI and also following this 5-step blueprint, you're able to also see what works. And it's just taking already what works and slightly adjusting it. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. I'm not Albert Einstein, and I don't expect you to be either. We're all just going to use what works, and we're going to have it in our own way, maybe make some minor tweaks here and there. Come look at the top 3 channels in your niche and take the best things from those 3 channels and then combine it, make your own style. Super simple, but of course it takes multiple uploads to see what works and what doesn't. That way, overall, and as you upload more videos and your channel gets more traction, you're able to see, okay, this doesn't work, let's not do this anymore. This works, let's double down on this. And then, hey, maybe there's a trend over here. You're able to do what already works and a proven concept on your channel and mix it in with the trend and get 5 times more views. For scaling, this is when either hiring more people or just asking your current team if they're able to up the amount of scripts, the amount of voiceovers, editing, all of that, if they can increase the amount of work that they're outputting. If not, this is when we'll keep the team, obviously assuming that they're obviously getting their work done on time, they're communicating, and they're obviously putting out good work and they're doing good videos, right? And you're seeing results from hiring that team. If not, we're going to go back to the drawing board and get a new team. And this is why having SOPs and having a certain routine of what you're looking for when you're hiring, and you're not just making a job listing and going, okay, this is the first person that applied, let's go ahead. And that way you're not just looking at the first person that applied and you're thinking to yourself, oh, I really want to start this channel, I really don't care who I get, I can always, rehire, do. It's best to just take your time. If it takes 1 to 3 days to hire somebody and wait for your listing to get more applications, that is the time that you need to take. Because if we look at this right here, remember I made this for the body cam experience video editor, we can see that when I made the listing for the body cam editor that I made live for you guys here, we've already got a ton of video editors. Now you can see some of them I've already gone through, some of them I probably wouldn't hire, some of them I would. And for the ones I would, obviously I'd message them and I'd vet them through Discord, have like a 5 to 10 minute chat on Google Meet or something, just get their overall experience, see what other channels they work for, and any proof and maybe even a test video that they can run for me. That way I know, okay, they've already done this, they did a video in the style that I want to, and it came out good or it came out bad. If it came out bad, I'd say, hey, it's not going to work out, I'm just going to keep looking. If I change my mind down the future, I'll be sure to let you know. That's it. That simple. You don't need to go back and forth. You don't need to message them a whole lot. Hey, I saw you were interested in my job listing. Can you show me other channels or other videos that you've done in this style similarly? And can we run a test video? It should take no more than 48 hours after someone applying to know that if they're 100% in or if they're out. And if they're good and they want to work on your channel, obviously because they applied to it, well, then you should already have them start working, right? This isn't a time-consuming process. You simply put up a job listing, you list all the details, all the examples, the style you're looking for, the format, all of that. People apply, like you can see here, and you just click on it. You go through their application, you go through their account, their profile, the things that they're good at, the things that they say they're bad at, and you just talk to them for very few minutes. It's such a simple thing. And scaling is also going to allow us to automate uploads, which is the best part of running these YouTube channels. One, because you don't have to be on camera, so it doesn't take you personally doing this. Like for some of my channels, if I wanted to go on vacation, or say for some reason I really didn't want to work for for a few days, I could just say, hey, look guys, I'm taking some time off. I need you to make sure that the uploads are getting unlisted. I need you to make sure you're doing the tags, description, the titles, all of that. You're doing the A/B testing thumbnails, and I could just have my channel managers and my team just take over different parts for me while I'm away and not have to worry about a single thing. And a super important part, and this goes with anything, but especially for YouTube, we need to always stay ahead at least 1 week on every process of your channel. For example, if you're uploading 3 times a week, that means you're going to have 3 different scripts. You're going to have 3 videos that you're going to need edited. You're going to need to stay ahead at least 3 full videos, have 3 scripts pre-done for videos that you're already about to upload, 3 thumbnails done, voiceovers, whatever your specific channel requires. You want to stay 1 week ahead. And the reason is because different hiccups can happen along the way. You may get sick, your channel manager might get sick, your voiceover might get sick, your script writer, editor, thumbnail designer, it doesn't matter. Different things can happen, life happens, and that's fine. What's not fine is not being prepared, and when these things happen, your entire business falls apart. I've seen literal 10,000 plus a month channels get their entire channel cooked and not make a single dollar after this, and their channel just flatlines and dies because they're relying on outliers or trending videos. And what happens if you're doing those things and you're not getting consistent views? You upload a video, say you take a week or 2 off, you come back, your channel's dead, and just like that, you lost a lot of money in the process. So it's always good to stay ahead, and it's not a hard thing to do. All you do is before you even post, you have your team get a week ahead on videos, and then once you're 2 weeks ahead, technically, then you can post, and then you're going to just continue that workflow and continue the schedule, and you're going to always be a week ahead. It is that simple and that easy. And now monetization is a big thing to look at, because not only AdSense, which if you don't know what AdSense is for monetization, that is how YouTube pays people and creators. That's how you're going to be able to get paid for your views. There's also affiliate links, which you can do in the description of your videos plus pinned comments, sponsorships, digital products, memberships, and community posts. There is a ton of ways that you can monetize posting on YouTube. And again, you don't even need viral videos. And something I'll let you guys in on, a little secret for the real ones that made it this far in the video. By the way, if you made it this far in the video, comment the word cookie and I'll go through and I'll like and heart some of your guys' comments. And if you have any questions along the way with this process so far, please comment it so I can help you guys out. But like I was saying, these YouTube channels are pretty much different businesses, meaning if you have 5 different channels and they're all making $5,000 to $10,000 a month, you can exit on these YouTube channels. And if you don't know what exiting means, you can sell it to an investor, a company, a brand, whoever wants to take over and run the channel, and they can either pay you a set salary per month to actually run it for them and continue to make money and grow it, or they could totally just take you out of the channel and just pay and buy and take over it for you. So if your channel is making 10K a month, well, you'd probably put like a 5 to maybe an 8 times multiplier on it. You would make $50,000 to $80,000 in a one-time payment just because of your channel was progressively and it was on track to do X amount of dollars. That's obviously assuming you're consistent, and for newer channels, it's a little bit harder to exit because you need to know how to do that and everything. But again, you can hire people that can reach out to companies, investors, but that's something that's further down the line. And the reason I just told you that is because it's a possibility, and there's so much more ways than it's solely just AdSense and these different things that I just listed here. There's so many ways, infinite ways to monetize, because attention is the new currency. And if you get attention, even if your channel's demonetized, you're able to make money with the attention and the views that you get. By now, if you've made it this far in the video, you should have a fully YouTube channel set up with your niche selected, the branding's complete, and a clear direction and roadmap of what the next steps are. You're also going to have a content plan ready with video ideas, topics, and a posting strategy mapped out. Are you going to post 2 times a week, 3 times a week? Your Trello board is now organized. You're going to have a workflow from idea, script, editing, and upload, right? From a beginning, middle, and end of a full entire video. Also a team structure in place, or candidates selected and ready to hire, right? This is where the onlinejobs.ph comes in. And you're going to have a clear hiring system, know where to find talent and how to vet them. This one is super important, just as all the other points that I mentioned. And you should have your first video in progress or ready to publish. And if you're not at this step yet, you should at least be talking and waiting to hear back from different people that have applied on your onlinejobs.ph application. And finally, repeatable systems ready to scale and produce consistently. And this is just a few screenshots from some of the channels that I run, but this is what it should look like. And this is potentially what you're going to be able to do once you've actually listened to these 5 steps in order and you're taking action. Again, for the people that take notes and take this more serious, the more effort you put in is the more and the better results you're going to get out. It's with anything in life. If you truly think you can do this, you can do this. I'm not special. The only thing that separates me from you is the fact that I went all in on this and I knew I had to make it work, and the fact that I now have experience with this. I wasn't born with this YouTube knowledge. I wasn't even taught this YouTube knowledge. Me and my friends kind of all learned together. I learned through trial and error, and even me with all my experience, and even a bunch of other YouTubers, we all have bad videos. It's a part of the game and it's a part of business. Not every single day is a winning day or a profitable day. There's still things that I learned. There's still things that Mr. Beast learns, right? I think recently in his past few weeks, if we look at Mr. Beast's channel, these 2 videos that he uploaded were 10 out of 10s, meaning they were the worst videos that he's posted in the past 10 videos. So every single creator, whether it's big or small, is still learning every single day, no matter how long they've been doing this. And that's something that's applicable in life, in business, relationships, every single thing. There's not going going to be a moment where you can't ever learn from someone else or learn from your experience and actually learn, right? So as long as you're trying and as long as you're actually willing and wanting to make this work, again, how bad do you want it? Then this is when you can start seeing potential results like this. From one of the channels, 1.2 million views, $10,000. A video with 2.3 million views, $25,000. 477,000 views, $7,000. I mean, this is life-changing money. And again, these aren't crazy viral videos. There aren't 10, 20 million views like Mr. Beast. These are just videos with a few 100,000 to a million views. And I want to show you the possibilities again with Faceless YouTube channel. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. I'm going to speed run and show you some high-paying channels and just some ones that are on autopilot. Like, look at this. This channel made $1,540 in the last 28 days, but you could see we only uploaded 2 times the entire month. So if you had a channel like this is something that's paying your car note. It's paying your rent. You can go on vacation, take trips, buy gifts. You can do different things like this. And if you look at the revenue side right here, you can see when we first started it made $4,000, then $5,000, then $4,000. And it gradually went down because of the lack of uploads that we were doing this. But every month since we started it, you can see that it went up. We started it in October. It made $1,400. Then November, it was $4,000. So within 2 months of starting this, we had made over $6,000, which is insane because this is paying more than a 9-to-5 job in the first 60 days. So as long as you're trying, you can make it work. And I'll even show you some other channels. We've got this one right here. This is a 2-hour long video. Got 500,000 views, made $6,000. Another one, 670,000, $11,000, 1.7 million views, $13,000. And the craziest part about this one, which has 2.9, almost 3 million views, it made $20,000. Like, this is half of most people's salary. And this video's been out for almost 1,000 days and it's still getting pushed out in the algorithm. And here's where the top traffic sources matter. Suggested videos is 95% of the views, which shows me and indicates to us that, hey, this video is getting pushed out. It's still in the algorithm. And if we go to reach again, we can see the impressions on this video in particularly are 31.1 million, which is crazy. And all the work that you put into your channel will eventually work for you because we worked really hard on this channel for 2 to 3 months. Then we kind of pivot to other channels and different things where we saw more potential. We uploaded 2 videos the past month and we're still making $1,500, which is crazy because it was completely passive. We only uploaded 2 days. And this is the true power of YouTube when you actually know what you're doing. All right, so you've seen the full breakdown, how to find niches that actually pay, how to write scripts that hold viewers' attention past 30 seconds, build a team that actually produces content without you, and how to set up an AI system that scales without getting you demonetized. This is the same system that took me from losing $7,000 gambling with a couple grand left in my bank account to running 8 YouTube channels that did $118,000 in a single month. You don't need to be on camera, you don't even need a massive budget, and you don't need years of experience. All it takes is a laptop, a few hours a day, and the right guidance. And that's what I teach. Systems, structure, and strategy. Not luck, no BS, no guesswork. And not just hoping that the algorithm blesses you. Now I want to show you how to directly apply this through my 180-day one-on-one mentorship program. It's called the YouTube Launchpad. And here's what it includes. First, niche selection and channel architecture. I run your niche through my AI niche intelligence system. We analyze the RPM, the channel data, and competition gaps, and traffic sustainability all together. And we'll lock in a niche where the math actually checks out before you even publish a video. Second is we'll install the AI scaling system. I build out your entire AI production machine with you. Your script frameworks, your AI workflows, compliance processes, and your full start to finish pipeline, all tailored to your niche, to your budget, and your resources. It's not just a random template, it's a system that I use and that you can use on your own channels. Third, team building and outsourcing. I hand you the exact hiring playbooks, the SOPs I use across my own channels, like I showed you in this video. I'll give you my team of editors, script writers, voiceovers, artists, any position that you need for your specific niche and channel, how to vet them and what to pay them. No more just bleeding money on freelancers who disappear or work you can't even use. Fourth, scaling and multiplying. Once your first channel is monetized and producing, we're going to clone the system. Channel 2, 3, 4, we stack revenue across AdSense accounts. We're going to look at affiliates, sponsorships, and I show you how to build these channels. That way they are sellable assets worth 30 to 40 times your monthly revenue. It's like exiting a real company. And across all 6 months, you get direct access to me. Not a community, not a Discord, me personally. You get my personal phone number. And we do weekly calls where I review your analytics, your content, and tell you exactly what you need to do next. That way you're not just walking blindly. You'll never open your laptop and you'll just sit there wondering what you need to do. I'm going to give you the exact roadmap and blueprint to what you need to follow. My guarantee to you is that if you follow this system and you show up for the full 180 days, if you're not monetized and you haven't made your initial investment back, I will keep working with you for free until you do, because I don't want to put a time limit on your success, just a guarantee on it. And by the way, this isn't for people who are looking for a magic button or a get rich quick scheme, because this requires real work and time. It's for people who are done stitching random tutorials and Reddit threads, done burning money on courses that were recorded in 2022, and for people to follow a proven system with someone that's actually done it at the highest level right beside them. Pretty went from doing Uber and a personal trainer to making $52,000 in a single month.
And so here I am on my YouTube studio. Let me just pull it up so you see that it's legit. And we'll go over to analytic. Right here is my last 28 days, and I'm already seeing the revenue stack up. But overall, like, you know, Chris really helped me figure this whole thing out. And I think it could happen for any one of you who are interested in working with Chris. I highly recommend, and I'm really glad that I decided to work with him. Continue pushing. I know Chris is always going to be by my side. He seems like a really cool guy, and he's always there to answer any questions, which I really value, and most mentors are not like that. So
Joseph went from burned out and solo to $13,000 a month with a system that runs even while he's asleep. A college football player making $3,000 to $5,000 a month while managing a full-time student athlete schedule. Different people, different niches, but the same system. If that's you, click below and fill out the application. Takes about 60 seconds. Tell me where you're at, what you've tried, and if you have a YouTube channel, tell me where it's at right now. I read every single one personally, and if it makes sense, we'll build your system together. 6 months from now, you're either in the same spot, same views, same revenue, same problems, or you've got a portfolio of channels that pay you without requiring you to be on camera, or you even having to spend hours on end doing it. The only difference is what you do right now. Click the link in the description below and apply now, and I'll talk to you soon.